Carrie, I think you were kind of nominated to lead this group, right?
Yeah, I was nominated.
Okay. Do you want to call it to order and then tell the group about the consumer leadership's purpose?
I call the meeting to order at 12:02 p.m.
Okay.
The Consumer Leadership Committee will consist of council members who are self-advocates, parents, or guardians of a person with a disability who opt to participate in the committee. The purpose of the committee is to provide consumer input to the full council and promote leadership development for council, self-advocates, parents, and guardians.
Nice.
And one of the things that we are going to talk about today is our platform for the legislative. And I know that the All Group has made a platform for their legislative things. Yeah. And Julie will pull it up. And we were
Can you
wondering.
see it okay here? Did you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So like Carrie said, the All Group made this for the legislative session this year. So looking at this with consumer leadership, if we would want to look, adopt something like this or change the wording at all, that's what we can talk about today, if that works for you guys.
Sounds good.
So this is what the All Group will share at like Disability Awareness Day and share it to all legislators since session just started. So instead of, all everywhere, it could say, DD Council, that kind of thing. And then if we have other areas, like if we don't want this blue area, you guys can change the wording or whatever. But I'll just kind of scroll through it so you can see a little bit each area. Let me know, when you got to read the top to keep moving to the bottom or not. Just let me know when you're ready. Would it be okay to scroll a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. And I noticed we got to change a little formatting where like transportation is cut off a little bit and there's a couple letters, but that we can work on too.
I wasn't gonna do much with the income, but so definitely not.
So Cheryl, I know you helped and Carrie, both of you were part of the All when you guys built this, but Jackie, is there anything that, you know, you're seeing that you think the council might want to add or change, or a different area of topic?
What I see so far looks great. I'm learning, so I'm not sure if there's anything missing. Um, I think it covers a lot of things. I was surprised to see that about the restraints.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, most people were pretty surprised when we heard that restraints are still possible.
Yeah, that's crazy. But is the education piece, is that all separate? You know, when we're thinking of 0 to 100, you know, for age, is education separate? Like that wouldn't be a part of this?
Well, it certainly could be. I was just trying to see if we had talked about education, but I don't think it does in here.
No, and that's, I think, because the all group is for 18 plus, and so all of
Okay.
us have been, out of school
Sure.
and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a good comment to see if there's somewhere we could fit that. Well, yeah, it just talks about restraint in schools, but we don't talk about education. You're right.
Right. As far as 18 plus, Carrie, would that include like going to school after high school? You know, would there be some discussion about that or no? Because I know there's a lot more facilities and institutions that are providing that.
Right, and we could note that, or what you'd like to see with that. That's just not reflected here, probably because I don't know. So the Yes Group is more of the transitional age self-advocacy group till like 24, where the
Sure.
all members, I'm not sure if there's a lot of all members that are in that age range anymore.
Sure.
So that could be why it was missed or just not talked about
Sure.
from the all perspective. So I
Mhm.
do think education would be a good topic for us to have.
You know, that's a whole nother circle.
Yes,
That would,
exactly. Yeah, another
that would
circle.
take up a whole nother platform.
Right.
And I didn't know because of the laws and, you know, I just didn't know how that were looked, but
Oh, yeah.
So-
But I think that's good. We could try to make another circle for education.
yeah, I'm not sure. You know, we'll see how this goes. I'm learning,
Okay.
so.
No, good comment for sure.
I think we should put education, and I don't think we talk about that when we did this.
Mhm.
No,
Mm-mm,
and I
we
think it's
didn't.
because pretty much everyone at the all
I don't know why
meetings,
they're not
at
letting me.
least in their 30s, if not older, and so education's like the furthest from our mind.
Sorry, Carol.
Yeah.
Hey, we hear ya.
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys let Daryl in? I've got him on his. I had to get on mine too. Because I'm right here with Daryl, but I'm waiting for you guys to let him in the room.
I don't see a request for him. I just got you. Did he request to get in?
Yeah,
Should I send the link to him again?
yeah, you can. Otherwise, I can just let him use my phone too.
Okay,
'Cause
yeah,
he's right here. I'm at-
thanks, Carol.
He'll just use this one for today.
Hey, Daryl.
Hello.
To catch you up, we are just looking at the all legislative platform that you guys worked on for the DD Council to see if we'd want to adopt something similar for legislative session from the DD Council's perspective.
Remember that's a circle thing we have.
Yeah, yeah, I do remember that.
So I'm wondering. When we talk about up here, you know, dual diagnosis and behavioral health services, I wonder if we could add in there appropriate supports with, within the justice system in there, and then in this red box, we could do an education statement. What would you guys think?
Oh, there you go. That would be good. That way, both things are still covered, and we will have a education thing for the DD council.
What do you think would be a good statement, like, you know, inclusive education, or Jackie, or kind of what were you thinking for the education part?
I think that that's, you know, we're really pushing for inclusion and not just being invited, but actually participating. So that everybody's on board with it. And it's just not, you know, my, of course, agenda is my daughter and she's
Mhm.
young, but I'm thinking even of my friends where their children are now adults, and even if it's through Volk Rehab or if it's through a college, or, you know, the different things that that are available, it needs to be available to all.
Oh, you could have put.
For the kind of stand.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes, yes.
I like that.
Word.
Kind of include an inclusive education across the lifespan with with a variety of choice, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, because it's, you know, even when we're thinking education, I can think of my friend's daughter, she's 22 and she's working, but
Mhm.
she's also learning. So it's kind
Mhm.
of like an education thing too, through Volk Rehab. So yeah,
Okay, we'll try to wordsmith something.
yeah, yeah, I think that would be really important.
I agree. Now I'm realizing we forgot education, but I do think it was obviously the different groups. So I'm glad you said that today.
Yeah. And they're really pushing for that now, and I just think there's going to be wonderful opportunities for all age, not just right out of high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Because what we could do is take this, and Carrie and I can work on the formatting and wordsmithing and then bring it back to the group for their second thoughts. And then my hope would be to bring this to the February DD council meeting for approval for the whole council, so we can send it to our legislators, and then that could also go for Disability Awareness Day from the council as well as from the all group, since they are a little bit different. Cheryl, Daryl, any other thoughts?
No, I like the idea of putting on education.
Mm-hmm. Will that work then for a plan if we work on this and send it back out to you guys? We'll meet again.
Yep.
We don't have to take a whole hour if we are getting it. Oh, John's getting in. Let's see what he thinks first.
Sure.
And then Carrie will send out probably asks for you guys when you could meet again, if that works. Hey, John.
Yeah, I just got an appointment, so I've been a little just kind of getting the groove again after my appointment. But I just had an appointment at 11 and it lasted. I just got done a little bit after 12, so I know I'm a little late, but
Yeah, no, you're okay. If
Yeah.
you can see my screen, John,
I can see your screen.
originally, this is what the all group made to use for legislative session for their platform. So the all group, this is what was important to them for their legislators to know about.
Okay.
So this committee is looking at this for the DD Council's perspective to make our own. And one comment we had so far is adopting what's on this page, but also adding in a box for education and
Right.
noting that we want inclusive education opportunities for people across the lifespan, past high school, like for voc rehab or college, for choices, something like that. We have to wordsmith
Yeah.
it. So adding education in.
So can I add something? So I think
Yeah.
with a lot of support that is now, or the services that are now, either they want to be revamped or reevaluated or evolve, or they want to evolve or anything, or they don't, because a lot of them are already made up, or a lot of them are what they are and stuff like that. So I would figure that a lot of them, like, if we can't get much or get much support or whatnot, because everybody has their own different experiences and whatnot, but if we can't get a lot of that stuff from those things, then we have to kind of reevaluate and make up our own and kind of come up with a secondary solution or a plan B and stuff like that, or even find ways to get these things and kind of like make sure nobody's dependent on what's already there and stuff like that, because the system is and kind of was what the system is. So you kind of have to kind of reevaluate or bypass it or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Is that good thinking? Is that good thinking?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
That's what we're using this document for, an advocacy tool when you guys are at the Capitol for Disability Awareness Day. And
Yeah.
so all legislators have this sent to them and they know what's important to you.
Yeah.
So if you want to look over it quick and see if there's anything else you want to add, we can do that. Otherwise, we were going to add education and then look at it again.
Or when we go to the,
Can find the options for accessible affordable
and depending on what time we get out of there, she may do.
And I also think too, like, there's a lot of things where
Carol, you guys aren't muted, just so you know.
Yeah,
I also think too though that, and it's just my opinion, like I don't know, like I feel like there's a lot of things where there needs to be something where it's not offered 100% ad support, because you never know if support's always gonna be there or not. But there should also be something where like people are learn to like overcome these obstacles and really do a lot of these things for themselves. Not to say everybody can, but I think there should be a lot of like a lot of help to kind of like, help people learn how to be like self-sufficient, independent, like be able to go place by themselves and drive whatnot. I'm just saying that's just an idea, but that's just one thing from what I see here. Also, workers diagnosis and behavioral health services. I also think there should be something where people with disabilities or whatnot should be able to lead their own team, advocate for themselves and kind of be in the driver's seat with how things are being diagnosed and in ways to make sure they're being diagnosed correctly based on what's legit, stuff like that, based on their own personal experience. And they should be an outside source that they can trust are being listened to and not have it too disabilitized, like not have the system kind of weigh you down and hold you back and stuff. Because I know what that's like. We all had to overcome that. It's my personal experience.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we could figure out a way to add in another area or blend areas where would it be saying people should lead their own teams? It could be medical, school, IEP.
Yep.
And
Like
it should be
something like that.
person-centered format.
There you go, person-centered. Thank you, Carrie.
And some services are going to do it better and stuff like that, but that's just going to be another thing that's going to reevaluate what's the best service. Not that I should say that, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's great ideas to add that too. Good catch.
Yeah, and Yeah, I've had to fight a really bad battle with guardianship and stuff like that. And, I've learned a lot about trust, and I've had issues with trust through the process of that and stuff like that. And especially this kind of goes well with leading your own team. Like, if usually you get people gained up on in these services or whatnot, and, having to defend for yourself. That guardianship, 'cause I had to fight a legal battle. So I think that, people should have opportunities and resources to be able to help them get what they need to say or out there and stuff like that. And they should definitely have alternatives, term support with with stuff of guardianship. I really think, like how they can be independent, and we should always invest in ways to be independent, and how different ways to be independent, because independence is a broad subject. There's multiple ways of being independent, but they should also invest in those ideas and reevaluate what they're doing for themselves, so they can realize that guardianship is not an answer. It's just gonna be a monkey on somebody's back and stuff. We all
Encouraging using supported decision making as an alternative to guardianship, John.
Right.
that or even beyond that, because one thing I realized, like, there needs to be easier access to these things, because I realized with supported decision making, it's very restrictive. It's very downfall. You have to pay a lot of money. Not everybody doesn't want to do it and stuff like that. But some people may want it, or may want it as an alternative. So therefore, if they don't get it and they're stuck with a situation that's good for them, that's going to hurt them in the long run, there's nothing they can do and stuff like that. So it's like giving hope without realizing there is hope, or
Well, supported decision making is free, actually, and you can pick who you want to support in your life. It's an alternative to guardianship.
Yes.
Because I realized because somebody told me you had to pay a lot to have that.
No, it's
No,
totally
no.
free. I'll send you all the resources on how to do it. John, you pick people in your life, and it's totally free, and you don't have to go through courts at all.
Oh, that's good to know. Then awesome.
Yeah, I'll get that to you off the call.
Okay, awesome. And I do work at 1 o'clock, so I throw that out there. Yeah, so I may not be on here too
Yeah.
long.
No, and I don't know if we'll really be much longer, so maybe
Right.
look into adding the education, add in, talk about independence and community and people leading their teams with person-centered. Should that work to change some wording here? And like the guardianship, if we can fit in, encourage alternatives like supported decision-making.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carrie and I will work on this and get it back to the group. Would that work for you guys?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I have to unshare my screen so I can see your faces, so I know you're good or not.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We'll work on that and get it back to you guys shortly, okay?
Yeah.
And then Carrie, would you maybe send out, do you have the list of people? Did I give it to you for this group?
Yes, you did.
Okay, Carrie will kind of start working on scheduling
Yeah.
meetings so we can meet more regularly.
Mhm.
And then we'll just make sure they're noticed,
Yeah.
and then you guys come when you can. Okay.
All
Are
right.
there any days of the
Okay.
week that you guys like cannot do, so that way I don't schedule something on a day that doesn't work for anyone?
Mondays and Fridays might be a little busy for me in the afternoons after 1 o'clock or 12 or
Okay.
1 o'clock. We all.
Cheryl or you? How about you?
It's okay, I could do it in the afternoon,
Okay, so
I mean, I don't know if we should
Okay.
all send our schedule and how that would work. We can always set our schedule. or keep
right
up
now
with
I'm just kind of finding out which days don't work, so that way I know the days to avoid.
it.
Mondays work pretty good for Daryl, because that's when he doesn't go to his pay. He's home, so.
Okay.
Just maybe not Monday afternoon. That's what you said, John, is busy for you?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine, and
Hey.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Jackie, do you have any?
If it's in the morning, I'm usually available. In the afternoons, I have to drive Kiara for therapies, so.
Oh no, that's understandable. Okay, so it'll be in the mornings.
What if we just meet on the fly whenever and just kind of do like a group chat of some sort? We kind of share ideas and keep up to date with information and all that stuff.
I don't know if that'll really work, because then
I'm just
I
thinking.
wish we could, John, but we have to just notice the meetings in advance, so it's
Yeah,
hard to do that. I'm
it's-
sorry, but
Okay.
yeah, it's because all the legal requirements we got to do.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay.
That sounds like a good start. Maybe we try Monday mornings, maybe, you know, mid-morning before the afternoon.
There you go, like
Um,
like a 10 to 11 or 11 to noon, something like that.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
11 for me will be good 11.
That work for
11
you,
to
Cheryl, at
noon.
work?
Okay.
11 to noon would be good.
11 to
Alright.
noon, okay.
11 to noon, all right. I'm writing that down in my little book on Mondays.
Well, she's the most organized person I know, so she'll keep us in line.
Yeah, I usually have class on Monday from 10 to 12:15. So I throw it out there.
Ooh,
Well,
what
if-
a,
Okay.
Oh, you have class. That's not gonna work.
yeah, no.
No, I don't
What
want that
about
to-
like 1? Is 1 too late? Is that afternoon too late, John? Oh, and Jackie, you gotta do therapies too.
I have to leave
Fridays
by,
is pretty well open. Fridays in the morning is pretty well open for me. Fridays in the morning usually. I could do Fridays in the morning anytime.
Yeah.
What about Daryl? Are you at Pace?
No, he's not at Pace. He don't go on Mondays or Fridays.
Okay, maybe we
so-
just do our plan Fridays then.
All right,
Sure.
Fridays from 11 to noon.
that sounds good.
If that works
Going
for
once?
everybody.
Going twice. Okay.
Okay, we'll work on this and maybe schedule
Yeah.
again in 2 weeks or so or something like that.
Yeah, so that would be like the 27th would be 2 weeks.
Okay,
On next Friday.
That'll work.
Okay.
January 27th at 11, Daryl.
All right.
What's that?
That's our next meeting.
11 and 20.
Oh, the 11th and the 20th.
And we will send out a notice.
Okay, I'll make sure.
Okay, thanks, Carol. And we'll get a notice out and an agenda and all that, and we'll work
Yep.
on this too. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Yep,
Judy,
thank
I
you.
got a
good
question for
day.
you.
Yep.